Okay, this is Mark the Shark, and as promised, I want to give you the next segment on racism, but I want to add a little bit of a twist to this. This would normally be segment number 2, but I want to discuss kind of what happened with the riots. Now, there's two set of riots that occurred. And we all know there's been so much discussion about these riots. So now, the first riot was predominantly white with some blacks, and that was the January 6th riot. And some facts about that riot: it occurred January 6th, and the Dems have called this the insurrection by, former President Trump. And, whether it was or not, they try to impeach him again. And, it was a bunch of BS. And we all know that now. But, they try to crucify all the people associated with that. And it's still going on, And from the video that was finally released, you could see that the people were almost let in. But whether you agree with that or not, here's the real facts. 658 people were arrested from that one day. Okay, that's a lot of people. I don't even know that. I want to say like 50 people actually breached that area and got in, but that's a lot of people. There's no way that many people got in. Now, in contrast to that, the BLM riots, let me give you some facts on that. We know there was hundreds of those riots, and those were predominantly blacks involved with that, and some whites, and the whites were probably mostly Jews. Those were people that admittedly Jewish ethnicity. I'm sure there were some other white people involved with that, but primarily black people with BLM. So we know that obviously hundreds of riots across the country, overthrowing local and state governments, which, really is an insurrection by the definition. Billions of dollars in property damage, that is a fact. Over a dozen people killed. Over a dozen, okay? 0 arrests. 0. At least have been broadcasted. Now, there may have been some local arrests, and you know what? I stand corrected. There was an arrest. And his name escapes me right now, but it was the guy. It was the guy in Wisconsin. They had the big trial about, and there was almost a huge protest about that. And I actually did a video on him, but it did a comparison with him. But he was acquitted of all the charges. They said he was a racist, and he actually he shot 3 white people, and he was white. So again, I don't know how he's a racist. But anyway, there was that one arrest. So anyway, what I want to talk about is, what did we learn from those? And you may think I'm a little facetious here, but here's what I learned from it anyway, and I'm sure a lot of American people would agree with me. Here's what I learned. That if you're black, you can behave like a spoiled, rotten children. I mean, if you were black, you could behave like spoiled, rotten children. There's no consequences, right? I mean, that's what happened. 2, that if you burn the country down, that you can be gainfully employed by Hollywood for an upcoming TV series and commercials. And 3, finally, you and your friends can play a new game called Smash and Grab. This is the Zoo Man. Wake up, America. Let me hear your comments.